Greetings viewers, Eric the Car Guy here, back again with another ETCG1 video. And nope, I don't go through that whole spiel at the beginning anymore. Lots of you were complaining and I do listen. That being said, everybody loves to be wished happy birthday. So if you're watching this video now and it's your birthday, happy birthday. And if it's not, have a happy unbirthday. All right, for today's topic. Now, I have put out quite a few videos about, I would say, the negative side of the automotive industry. I've talked about the health issues, I've talked about dealership politics, the flat rate system. There have been a litany of topics that I've covered here on ETCG1, and a lot of them had sort of a negative bend or a negative connotation to them. And it had to do with the automotive field. And I don't think I'm alone in that, because a lot of you have chimed in and said, and mirrored my own thoughts, and said things like, you know what, Eric, in fact, even more so, it sucked even worse for me. I wished I'd never gotten into it, and yada, yada, yada. There's lots of opinions out there, negative opinions about auto repair and the auto repair industry. I get it. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I thought what I would do for a change is to do a video about the positive side of auto repair and the positive side of being a repair technician, because there is one. There's reasons you come back, not just because you're trapped inside of a cycle of paychecks and bills, but I think there's more to it. I think the people that gravitate towards the field of auto repair have a certain mindset. And I think a lot of that mindset derives from self-reliance. And what I mean when I say that is the people that fix things for a living, I think, come from a place to where they're used to having to fix things one way or another. Either they love doing it, or maybe they have to do it. I've been a little bit of both. Okay, so that said, with that type of mentality comes sort of a can-do way of approaching things and doing things. And when you're a repair technician, yeah, there are some days when you scratch your head saying, I have no idea how I'm going to fix this, or I have no idea how that's coming out of there. I mean, it's one bolt at a time ultimately, but you become empowered every time you do those types of repairs. I mean, even the stuff that really sucks to do. In fact, the stuff that sucks to do in many ways is more valuable than the stuff that's relatively easy to do. The relatively easy stuff to do, you know, that becomes through like oil changes, things like that, more like muscle memory. After a while, you're just sort of going through the motions, and it's almost like your body just knows what to do. You do it so much. But in other instances where you're challenged, either through a diagnosis or through, as I was talking about earlier, some difficult removal and replacement tasks, that type of thing, that helps you grow. And I think from that growth comes that empowerment. And something else I'd like to put into this conversation is that I have taken my skills as an auto repair technician and translated into other things as well. For me, it translated into home repair. So when the fan motor in my furnace went out, I was able to figure it out, find out that it was a bad motor, and replace it. Why? Because I had a basic understanding of electricity from my automotive background. And I was able to apply that, you know, with a little bit of reading and a little bit of knowledge to my HVAC system. Same is true with plumbing. Some of you know that I was a landlord for a time, and I had to do many of these home repair type things on my own because I didn't have the money to pay somebody to do it. So I just went into it with a philosophy, well, maybe I can. And most times I could. And I was grateful for that. And I got that from being an automotive technician. So it goes beyond. And being capable like that gives you a certain confidence, maybe even a certain swagger. And that is a good thing. So it's not all bad. Yes, it's hard on your body. Yes, it's stressful. There are a lot of negatives about auto repair. But I think that has nothing to do with you. I think you as an individual, as a DIYer or as a professional technician, have that mentality. And I think that mentality carries over into many other parts of your life and allows you and empowers you to do things that most other people wouldn't dare to do or even think about doing. So take a moment and think about that. Give yourself a pat on the back for being able to overcome those obstacles that many people are just completely befuddled by these days. There you go. There's something positive about being an automotive technician. And I'm hoping to add more positive spins on it in the future, because when I got into it, especially when I got into it, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was just a joy to get up and go to work in the morning. It was so cool. I just felt awesome, because I was the guy that could fix it. I was the guy that was trusted to drive the new cars and do all this stuff. It's very empowering. It's very exciting. to work as an automotive technician, especially when you first start out. And I think the trick is, the idea is never lose that excitement, never lose that curiosity, and never stop learning. And truthfully, in the auto repair profession, you're never going to stop learning. The minute you stop learning, well, then you stagnate. And, maybe you're okay with that. Maybe you get to that point and you're like, enough. Okay. But when you start out and you have that enthusiasm and you have that drive, I do not want to take that away from you. I want you to take that as far as you can. That is the gas in your tank. That is what's going to take you as far as you can possibly go in your career. And I want you to cherish that, because that may change. That may change. Some of you may just love it forever. And you know what? I commend you for it. And I'm trying to be one of those people. I absolutely love what I do as Eric the Car Guy, but I often question whether or not I would go back and work as an automotive technician if I was not able to do this anymore. And I'll be truthful with you, I probably wouldn't. But on the other side of that, I've never been just an auto mechanic. I've always done other things. I've already mentioned the thing about the landlord. I was doing that the whole time that I was an automotive technician. But that's just me. And that's a topic for another video entirely. I wanted to stick on the positive side of being an automotive technician and sort of being able to, be a mechanical wizard, so to speak, and wave your magic wand and make those mechanical problems go away. All right, let's close this one out. Hey, if you have automotive questions, I would ask that you head to ericthecarguy.com, please. Well, there's a welcome video there to tell you about why and how ericthecarguy.com can help you. If you wish to connect with me socially, I can be found on Google+, Facebook, Twitter, and now Instagram, and I close each of my videos, including ETCG1s, with be safe, have fun, stay dirty, and don't lose that enthusiasm.